So our travel video this week is...
a stationary video.
There is no travel this week.
Sometimes it happens.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Call us crazy storm. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.
So as you can see, the last couple weeks we've been stuck here in Indiana. That's where we are now. We were leaving out west and coming all the way to Indiana. It's been miserable weather.
Don't misunderstand. We really like Indiana. Just maybe not this time of year.
It's been, I think yesterday we had 50-mile-an-hour winds, and somebody says, hurry up, put the slide in, That was your night last night.
I'm so tired. It was so windy. I thought we were going to roll over.
Roll over?
No jokes. I've never heard wind like that before. I'm going to need a nap today.
A nap?
When the wind stops.
It's not stopping today. It's 50 mile an hour all day today.
Well, then I'm going to need some good sleep tonight.
Because we're going to blow over.
The slide toppers were blowing up, like extending completely and blowing up. And I didn't want them to blow up and something get sprung, so we just pulled the slides in so that that didn't happen.
So why is the slide in this morning?
Because it was way too windy last night.
So you brought the slide in?
Well, the slide topper was talking.
It wasn't talking. It was screaming last night. That thing was flapping and flapping and flapping.
It's funny because people that don't like slide toppers...
We love slide toppers, and we still love slide toppers.
But people that don't like them complain because they flap so much in the wind, right? Well, that wasn't what bothered me. The wind, even without the slide topper, the wind was so loud last night blowing against the camper, and the camper was shaking, that the slide toppers were the least of my worries. We just brought that in so that it wouldn't stretch the slide topper or cause damage to it. It was not a fun night.
The good thing is it made it easier for us to warm the camper up because
we were sitting in front of the fireplace, literally.
All of our slides are in, the camper gets smaller. So, but anyway, the reason we've been up here for the last couple of weeks is we have a lot of big news coming soon.
And we planned. Wait a minute, let's back up. We did plan to be in Indiana for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, but the plan was to be home for Easter.
Well, guess what?
It's the grandbaby's first Easter, so we were planning to be there for that. And I know that I have said, and you have said, we've discussed in videos previously that RVing is all about planning.
And don't forget Plan B and Plan C.
And
so as of now, we're on Plan E, I think, right now.
Always be prepared, have a plan, and then back up and be flexible when the plans don't always work out. So we had a plan. We were going to be here a week and a half, 2 weeks at the max. We had meetings all scheduled around spring break.
So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel right now because all these meetings we had here went very, very good. And
got some big things
we got
coming.
Some big news coming up that I think you guys are going to really, really be excited to see and hear.
And we're really excited about it. And
yes.
the meetings went well, and we're super excited to let you all in as soon as we have everything in place. But let's talk about
It's taking longer now than we planned again.
Let's talk about Plan E, because Plan E was, Plan A was to be here. We had meetings, and we had a couple little warranty things to get fixed while we were in town.
And then head south for Easter.
Warranty things are fixed. Let me just say, that's done. But coming through Denver...
Aspen, Colorado, at 12,000 feet in the air, 2 foot of snow on the ground.
The Chevy decided it was unhappy. But everybody knows I'm a Chevy girl, so I'm going to say my big-hipped beauty got us here.
1,800 miles we had a baby in pulling 20,000 pounds.
We had an appointment with the dealership already to have a fuel filter installed or replaced, and what we thought was an exhaust leak earlier, but nobody could find because they couldn't hear it.
Yeah, we took it to 2 dealerships. Of course, everybody's busy right now, and nobody has any help. So we took it in to get an oil change and said, "Can you find what's making this tick 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 noise?"
Couldn't really hear it unless we were towing. That's the problem.
And they basically said, "I can't
couldn't.
find it. Our Chevy or our diesel guy is a month behind." We didn't have time to stay and wait. So,
but on the way here, or before we even got here, I called and made an appointment at the local Chevy dealer, and for the fuel filter to be replaced. And then between there and here, she decided to let everyone know where the exhaust leak is. So no worries. When we got to our appointment, there was no question about where it was. Apparently it was a little difficult to get to.
Well, I'm also tell you that exhaust leak by the manifold area. I know it's not a manifold because it's a diesel, but up near that area, when it's 20 degrees outside and it's filling the cab up with exhaust fumes.
Smells very bad.
Rolling the windows down, going 70 miles an hour at 20 degrees outside is kind of cold. Somebody was, she's always cold.
Always cold.
So what is wrong with you?
I'm cold. I don't like it when it's cold outside.
So we got the heated seat on, the heat on, the windows down.
But we got here.
Just
we
playing the
here.
music, having a good old time coming through the mountains.
My girl got us here.
We made it.
And we got her to the shop, and come to find out where the leak is, they have to drop the transmission to get to the bolts.
What?
So GM, if you're listening to this, why in the world do we have to drop a transmission
for an exhaust leak
to get to a flex pipe?
But that's okay, because then they had a little snafu in that process, and a bolt was broken off. So then they had to remove the turbo to get
so far.
The bolts
this is what
out,
we're told. We haven't seen it
to get the bolts out, then put that back together, fix the exhaust leak. After the part comes in, transmission back up. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, next week it will be done, and we can be back on our way. But it is what it is. It's not what we had planned.
So how many of you guys have had issues on the road and you're kind of worried about getting back and whether or not you can get back? We were 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 miles away.
That was it. It was like, please just get us to Indiana. Like,
and babying
please.
something going up 12,000 feet in the air and coming down 12,000 feet in the air, pulling all that weight. It's hard to baby it when you don't think you're going to make it back up the other side of the hill.
But we made it. But before we made it, let me just put a plug in for 2 couples that we had only met through Instagram, YouTube, never in person, but we had talked to them. One was in Indiana, and one was even in Ohio. And can I tell you that both of them said to us, if you don't make it, if the truck stops, if you need help, we will come and help you.
So isn't the RV community just awesome? I mean,
can I just tell you what that means to me? Because we have since met these people in person, and we still love them, and they would still come help us.
Whoa.
But
love
for
them. Wait a minute, hold on.
For them to have never met us, only online, and that we were fellow RVers.
Because we're cooler online.
Definitely. But just, the RV community's cool, guys. They love each other, and they help each other out, and it really means a lot, and it says a lot about who they are.
So from Ohio to Colorado, or Indiana to Colorado, is a long ride.
But we had 2 people that were willing to come and help us if we needed
help. And we thank
2
you.
couples. And that's not to say there aren't others of you out there, but just the 2 that we spoke to during this time both offered to come and help us out, which is amazing. We're here.
So we're here.
So we're spending Easter weekend in a parking lot in Indiana. Thankfully, Keystone has an area that you can park at, so we're parked there for the weekend. And one of the couples did invite us. They actually live in Michigan. They were here having some warranty work done on their rig. They have since gone home, and they've invited us to ride up to their house for Easter Sunday. So that's still a possibility, but it is a couple-hour drive. So
the good thing, I think, what we're going to do this weekend is
renovations. We're going to start on the renos.
Start on renovations.
Yay!
We're going to start working on the back garage where you guys seen. We're turning that into our master suite. So somebody's already been to Lowe's.
The silver lining to the cloud, to the dark cloud, is that I can do Reneau this weekend.
So if you want to see what we Reneau and you want to see what we do, make sure you're following us along, because there's going to be some big things done. I don't know how much we're going to get done because it's now
We
all of a
won't
sudden it's supposed to get
finish
cold
it this
again. They're
weekend.
calling for snow again Sunday or
But
Monday.
there's a
so.
couple little pieces that I can get started on so that eventually we'll have the big before and after reveal back there. So, yeah.
So, cross your fingers for us, guys, that our truck gets out of the shop this Wednesday.
Sooner than later.
We can hit the road. We do have our meetup coming in Endless Caverns and
Which
New
is-
Markets in
That's the race
May.
because we need to get home in time to pick up all the goodies that people have sent us to give away at our meetup. And
So if you
that's
have- if you
just
have
a couple of weeks away. And if you haven't reserved
signed up,
and you want to reserve, we'll put the info below. But it's at Endless Caverns in New Market, Virginia, the weekend of May 12th through the 15th. You don't have to do anything special.
you can see the cool people that aren't online anymore. It's just us.
You
But
just
we
need
have-
to
we
call
have-
the campground directly and make a reservation. Tell them you're with FindUsCamping.
We have
That
40
gets-
more sites right now available.
That
so,
gets you the group discount. And if you decide you want to stay longer, like say you want to stay longer or you want to come in earlier to make it longer than a weekend stay, you would get the group discounted rate for that entire period. So just put a little plug in for
So
that.
we like to see more and more of you guys there. We want to meet you guys we're talking to every day online. We want to meet you guys that, that wishing us luck to get back on the road, people that, all that stuff. We want
And
to
we
meet
want
you.
you all to meet one another because at the end of the day, we're all in it together, and there's nothing more fun than getting together with a group of people who have the commonality of RVing in, that they have that common bond. Whether you're full-time or part-time, it doesn't matter. Every year at our meetup, we have people from both. We have weekend warriors, we have full-timers, we have people that go for a month at a time.
We have people that come in tents. So
Yeah,
you can
so
come in a tent.
it's everything from a tent to a Super Mac Daddy Class A. Everybody comes together. They all meet each other. And it's funny how they you end up meeting, if you're the guy that likes to hang by the campfire, you end up meeting the same people. And then people meet up together later on in other places and camp together, which is super cool because for us, that's what it's all about.
It's all about the people and
People
the places.
and the places.
So if you haven't signed up yet, I will link everything down below. I know they're having some issues. This video is going to come out Sunday. I know they're having some issues with their booking right now. So Wednesday is when they want you to call in there. But if you're having any issues getting in, let us know. Hit us up on one of the social medias. Email us. Whatever you need to do,
And
let
when
us know.
And when you do call, you want to speak to either Lisa, not me,
Not this one.
but the other Lisa, or Faye. They're the ones that are like in charge of group
Don't
reservations.
talk to
so
anybody else there.
call and speak with one of them. And still, if you have any problems, just hit us up and we can get in touch with them and have them call you.
So we love to see you guys there. So if you can make it, make it. Like I said, cross your fingers we can get out of here on time. We need to get home for a couple
Worst
of days.
case, we'll at
We need
least
to
get
back.
home to get the prizes and all the giveaways, and then we'll make it to the meetup. And we hope to see all of you. That's not realistic, but we hope to see a lot of you there because how fun would that be?
That's it. So until you guys see us on the road again, or you see us at the meetup, which that's where we want to see you guys.
Safe travels, y'all.